from there. Plenty of substitutes played for both teams down the stretch. Scottsbluff able to get 11 different kids into the score column in the opener tonight. They had a first quarter scoring barrage of 34 points. Went back-to-back then, 19, 19, and 14, scored 33 even with the running clock in that second half. 86 big points on the scoreboard tonight, a 50-point win. The leading scorer was Dawson Moore with 21. Also in double digits, Chance Parker scored 14, and Tyler Hari, the 6'2 sophomore off the bench, came out gunning in his minutes tonight and scored 11 points in the win for the Bearcats. Head coach Scott Golian and the Cats now 22-3. Austin Lewis and the Red Raiders head home, season complete with a record of 3-20. Visited with Coach Lewis for a few minutes after the game. They've got good young talent at some of the lower levels, and he said they hope to get back to competing at the level they have been prior to this season and last, when they've had some really good talent. Coach Lewis, Coach Cole type guys leading the helm, so we expect Sidney to make a run back at this thing in the coming years. Let's turn the page and get you ready now for game number 2. And this one, folks, could be good. It could go a couple of different ways. Gering looked a little out of sorts on Friday, got beat at home by Scottsbluff. In an old NC or no contest. The score was 74-40. But Gering played Alliance tough in their only matchup of the year so far. They led by 6 at halftime in the game at Gering High. They led a few minutes into the third quarter before Alliance was able to kind of finally figure out some of the defenses Gering was throwing at them, and eventually they pulled away for a double-digit lead. The final that night at Gering was 61-45. Gering has dropped 4 straight coming into tonight's opening game of the sub-district tournament. For Alliance and head coach Michael Baker, it's been a banner season to be sure. 18-5 the record for Coach Baker and the Bulldogs. They won against Sidney 73-45 on Friday night. They are 5th in power points right now in Class B, and their only losses this year are to outstanding basketball teams. They got beat twice by Scottsbluff. They lost to Cheyenne East, a team that also beat Scottsbluff. They lost to Hastings, a team that beat Scottsbluff. And they lost to Ogallala, a team that was in the Class C1 state tournament a year ago. Could get back again this year and has another outstanding basketball team. So the losses have come against outstanding teams this year for Alliance. 18-5 the record for the Bulldogs and Michael Baker. Kyle Cotton in his first year at the helm for the Gering boys. They are 9-15. Again, they've lost 4 straight. Lost at home to Scottsbluff on Friday night, 74-40, and they lost their only matchup of the year against Alliance, 61-45. Some of the teams here in the Panhandle have kind of tried to schedule in a way that keeps them from playing one another that 3 and 4 times a year, knowing there could be a sub-district matchup. Again, like tonight's matchup for Scottsbluff and Sidney, just the second time they've played. This will be just the second meeting of the year for Alliance and Gering. And even Alliance and Scottsbluff did not play a home-and-home in the regular season. They played twice in the championship game of the Western Conference season opening tournament, and then a win here for the Bearcats at home against Alliance. If Alliance can win tonight, we'll get a rematch on this same floor tomorrow evening. If Gering wins, well, it'll be hype in here, obviously, with Gering and Scottsbluff. Can the Gering High Bulldogs step up and meet the challenge in front of them here tonight? If you heard Scott Golian's post-game visit after game number 1, he said Alliance has played with that drive and look in their face all year long of a team that is not going to settle for anything less than a return trip to Lincoln. We'll hear from Gering head coach Kyle Cotton in just a moment when we come back for pregame coaches' comments right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
We're back tonight on the Rural Radio Network, KNEB.TV coverage. Also tonight, radio on KMOR 93.3, Rural Radio Network coverage for the boys B8 Sub-District Tournament. It is our High Plains Spas and Rec pregame show. Time to catch up for pregame coaches' comments with Gering headman Kyle Cotton. Coaches' comments brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. Spring sports season right around the corner. See Shane Wilson and his staff, and you'll be in The Zone all season long. Coach, before we get to the start of the postseason officially here tonight, let's go back to Friday night, the home loss against Scottsbluff. Overall, one of those nights, I think, when it was all said and done, you just like to kind of flush down the drain and move forward to the next one. 74-40, the final. Some overall thoughts on one that didn't really have much to talk about afterwards.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I told the guys after the game. We're moving on from this game. Nothing really just went right. Ran a play right at the beginning of the game for Brett, and we got a layup basically, and he missed it. And from there it was just kind of downhill. And I thought Scottsbluff played really, really well, and we just didn't quite match the intensity. But we turned the ball over a ton of times, and you can't do that against good teams. So we're moving forward, and hopefully we play a little better tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned the turnovers. A lot of those turnovers, it strikes me, were just in absolutely the worst spot possible. Those live balls that, Josiah got a couple right at the top of the key, just taking it away from a ball handler. And when you're turning it over in spots where it happened on Friday, man, it is easy layups on the other end. Well,
yeah, that was really the game. We it's one thing to turn the ball over and it goes out of bounds. It's a completely different one to turn it over in a live situation, and then you got 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, and there's not a whole lot you can do, especially against guys that can finish like Scottsbluff.
So let's get to this postseason tournament. At this point, records are 0-0. I know it's a cliche, but it's also true. Everybody kind of has the season hanging in the balance here, or at least most teams do. You guys are included in that. Matchup against Alliance, you've seen them a few times this year. You've been able to play with them a time or two, or at least for stretches in some of these games. So overall, what do you think you guys have to do to come out tonight and be mentally prepared to get after it?
Well, the last time we played them, we were leading at half. We played a really good half, and then even into the third quarter, I think we played about 6 minutes, really well. So we played almost 3/4 of the game, and, they're a good team, and they came out on top. But, for us to be successful, we got to put an entire game together. I feel like I've beaten the same drum I have all year. I just want to see it happen once, just, see if we can reach that potential, and then what happens, because I think we're a good team still, but we got to prove it.
Yeah, so really just the one game against Alliance this year. It's been kind of an odd year for some of the local matchups and the amount of times teams have played. I know in that game at home, you did some funky stuff trying to defend against Joel Baker, but then Trevor Dubray got loose and knocked down some shots. What's sort of the plan coming into this one tonight defensively? Do you try some of the same stuff you did in the first matchup, or do you go to something completely brand new?
Well, I think anytime you can limit Baker to 4 points like we did, you did something successful. It wasn't just Dubray, though. Clark and Palmer killed us on the interior, and that really changed the game late in the third quarter. Clark got an offensive rebound and put back an and one, and then just kind of changed the dynamic from there. We'll try to do some of the same things because it was successful for large stretches, but we have to definitely adjust, without giving too much away. Our lineup will be a little different tonight, so we'll just see if it works out, and we'll give it our best shot.
What do you talk to the kids about
when it comes to rebounding out of the zone. It's always tougher to find a body to match up and box out. Are there any tricks to the trade, especially if you're going to go to anything funky tonight? How important is it to find a body, put a backside on him, and go run to get the basketball?
I mean, if you out-rebound people, you generally win the game. So, we put a big emphasis on it. We know how good Clark and Palmer are at rebounding, so we're going to have to definitely keep them off the glass. Our thing tonight is we're going to have to make, other people beat us. Not Baker can't beat us. DeBray can't beat us from the three-point line. Make them do things they're not comfortable doing, and then if they beat you, then, they beat you. But for us to be successful, we're going to have to definitely play defense, and then on offense, take care of the ball. And then get the best shot possible.
Coach, you never know at this point of the year when it could be the final ball game with your team. It's your first year in charge of this program. Maybe some overall thoughts on the way you think things have gone this year, and even maybe not record-wise, but just big picture as you try to put your imprint on Gering basketball.
Oh, yeah, big picture-wise, the guys have really bought into the stuff we're trying to do. From an outside perspective, I think, a lot of people are respecting what we're trying to do and how the guys are, really buying into all this stuff and building the culture around the program. We're here for the long haul and we're going to try to do things right. So hopefully people are seeing that. But, of course, we're a little disappointed with our record, and how things have kind of turned out. But, like you said, this is a clean slate here. We're going to try to do well tonight. If we are fortunate enough to win, see how things go tomorrow. And, we're building for the future, and we're always looking to get better each day, not just as basketball players, but as individuals. That's what we tell the guys. We want you guys to be good husbands, fathers, and, leaders in the community. So hopefully that's the stuff we're doing, and people can see that.
And we'll get you out of here on this one with a quick key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty. And you get that with every new vehicle purchase there at Team Auto. One thing that really stands out, you guys have to do well to beat Alliance. Well,
we got to stop Baker, first of all. But then we have to play the other guys on the team. I mean, they're a good team. They're 18-5 for a reason. If we don't turn the ball over on offense and we can stop Baker, I feel pretty good about our chances.
There you have it from Kyle Cotton. Tip-off here in just a few minutes. Opening game for the B8 Boys Sub-District Tourney. Gering and Alliance here to wrap things up tonight at Scottsbluff High. Coach Cotton, appreciate it as always. Best of luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and...
Here 86-36, Scottsbluff rolled to a 50-point win over Sydney. Let's meet starting lineups right now, brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me, and you can always learn more at wncc.edu. Caleb Gonzalez, a 5'8 senior averaging 4 points a game. Colton Ebers into the starting lineup tonight. Ebers, a 6'3 senior at 7 points per night. Brett Pazanka, the junior guard, a 6'1 junior, 9.5 point scorer per night. Jack Franklin has had a great finish to the season. 6'1 junior, averages 6 a game. And Turner Ray, they'll need that size rebounding the basketball. Turner Ray, a 6'4 junior. The one name left off the list is Bryce Sherrill. He will come off the bench tonight in a reserve role. Now the starters for Michael Baker and Alliance. Trevor Dubray, one of the gamers in the region, a 6'1 senior, averages 8.5 points per night. Kason Clark, a 6'5 junior, averages 8 points and 6 rebounds. Joel Baker, their main man, 6 foot senior guard, 17.5 point scorer. Connor Ferreter gets the start tonight, a 5'11 senior. Not going to score a ton, a point and 2 boards a game, and rounding it out there, big man down low, Braden Palmer, a 6'5 senior, averages 9 points and 4 rebounds. So Caden Kindred will come off the bench. Creighton Siza, Colin Schroyer, guys like that will serve as depth tonight for Michael Baker and the Alliance side Bulldogs. Alliance in the home whites, Gering in the road blues. Opening tip coming up, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scotts. Always love at 425 degrees. They're taking a look at Turner Ray right now to make sure that kind of wrap and cast he's got on that left wrist is going to be usable and playable. Looks like they've okayed things. It'll be Ebers jumping center against Braden Palmer. Winner moves into tomorrow night's matchup for the sub-district championship game against Scottsbluff. Ball's in the air. We are underway. Opening tip, again, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, controlled by Gering and Turner Ray. He kind of put it on the floor, went right to the rim. Joel Baker stripped it away and knocked the basketball out of bounds. 6 seconds gone by. They lob it in. Ferreter tips it. It's into the hands of Jack Franklin. Now with the basketball, Caleb Gonzalez, the senior. Transferred over from Minutair for his senior season. Jumper on the way from Brett Pazenka. And Gering has the first points of the night. They lead 2-0. Joel Baker feeds the baseline. Alliance moving the basketball around the perimeter now. Ferreter has it. Palmer, after setting the screen, posted up, got the pass from Ferreter. Palmer passed it to the wing. Ferreter cut to the baseline or the corner area, and Alliance commits the game's first turnover. 2-0 start for Gering, record 9-15, 18-5 for Alliance, trying to get back to the Class B state tournament for a third time in the last 4 seasons. I think that goes underrated by a lot of basketball fans in the region. Alliance has been outstanding for a few years now. Franklin drives baseline, reverse layup, it wouldn't go. Palmer challenged the shot. Kason Clark grabbed the miss. Joel Baker handles. The outstanding senior for Alliance. Michael Baker, the head coach's dad. Joel, their top guy. He circles into the corner. Baker's on the push. Gonzalez defending. Baker got baseline, floats it up and in with the right hand. Joel Baker averages 17.5 points per game. 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. A 4-2 lead for Alliance. Gonzalez. And reaching in and forcing a jump ball is Joel Baker. Possession arrow gives it to Alliance. To find some belief. They led into the third quarter at home against Alliance earlier this year, but they've lost 4 straight, including a 34-point shellacking at the hands of Scottsbluff on their home floor over at Gering on Friday night. Baker got his feet set underneath. We get a whistle and a foul called. A charge will go on the board against Colton Ebers. First team foul on Gering. It goes on Evers. First foul of the game. Winner plays Scottsbluff tomorrow night right back here with a 6 o'clock start time. Little token full court pressure. Brady Radzimski is checked in. He will defend Baker. Baker to Ferreter on the left wing. Ferreter kind of floats the pass into the hands of Kason Clark. Baker again. Joel Baker has 8 quick ones here to start the game. 10-2 Alliance. And a quick timeout taken by Kyle Cotton. He wants a full timeout. 4:54 to play. Gering has to regroup and get that done in a hurry. 4:54 to play in the first. Never mind, we'll keep it right here. A 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout. Signaled by the official. We'll keep our broadcast hot for the time being. 10-2 for Alliance. That gives me a chance to tell you about Ryan Windhorst and the great folks over at Wells Fargo Advisors. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. Gering got the first 2 points of the night Alliance has answered with a 10-0 run. 4:54 to play here in the opening quarter. A 10-2 lead out of the gate now for Alliance. Baker defends against Radzimski. Picks his dribble up. Bounce pass to Pazanka. Turner Ray near the right corner. Jack Franklin out high left. They look a little out of sorts on this possession. And we'll get a whistle and a foul called against Connor Ferreter, tripping up Franklin between the three-point line and center mid-court. So Ferreter picks up the personal. First foul on Alliance. Gering basketball. Turner Ray catches near the right corner. Cutting down along the block area, Radzimski. Bounce pass kind of into no man's land, picked up by Ebers. Franklin back to Colton. Ebers going to size up a triple and knock it down. Colton Ebers shooting just 14% from three this year. Knocks in a quick triple. And now we'll get a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. Radzimski defending against Joel Baker. 4:16 to play in the first. Dubray has it into the front court. So it looks like Radzimski is chasing Baker. They're going to go box and one defensively. So 4 playing zone, man on Baker. They still free him up. And we're going to get Gering with a foul, running through a screen that was set for Joel Baker. Brady Radzimski picks up the foul, his second. Noah Longoria will check in for Gering. So box and one look defensively right now for Gering. They had some success with this defense, or a variation of it, in their first matchup this year over at Gering High. We'll see what they come out in here on the inbounds pass. Getting loose underneath is Kason Clark, and the big 6'5 junior lays it up and in. 12-5 now, Alliance up by 7. Noah Longoria handles the basketball into the front court. Baker defends. Longoria flips a one-hand pass with the right hand to the wing right side. Now Longoria catches left corner. Franklin, they move it around the wing, or on the perimeter. Spinning into the paint is Ebers up for 2. Colton Ebers. Nothing like getting Ebers off to a good start. In transition, Trevor Dubray buries the triple. Off the basket on one end. Alliance able to rush it to the front court in a hurry, and they get Dubray with a quick 3. Ebers comes right back. He's got 7 of Gering's 9. 15-9 the score. Dubray with the basketball. Out on the cat paw right side. Dubray picks up his dribble, finds Baker. Trevor cuts to the bucket. Looks cross court to the opposite block. Tried to fit a pass into Clark. Kason Clark couldn't haul it in. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to Alliance. Each team has 2 early turnovers. Gering trying to find their footing. They fell behind. 12-2. It's now 15-9. 3:02 to play in the first. Longoria. Now Pazanka, Ebers, Longoria. Going to drive it baseline, spins back. Free throw line jumper for Rushlow off the iron left side. Trevor Dubray the rebound. Dubray will bring it up the floor himself. Dubray circles back near midcourt. Again, box and one. 4 in a zone. They're chasing man defensively on Baker. Creighton Sizel bounce it down low to Palmer. Palmer turns, puts it on the deck, and they're going to get him on the travel. Third turnover committed by Alliance. 2:34 to play. Michael Baker and Trevor Dubray having an animated conversation. Coach Baker has been coaching this group forever. Took a break from coaching the high school team when Joel and this group was growing up. Coached him in youth ball, and then took over when Roger Trenopole left a few years ago as Joel and his compadres hit the high school level. Into the front, Bear 15. Rushlow tried to fire a pass to Longoria, and it goes out of bounds. Freshman Max Greeley will check in now for Gering. Brett Pazanka will head to the bench for Coach Cotton. 1:45 to play in the opening quarter. 15-9 the score. Baker with Longoria defending in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline. Dribble handoff action to Siza. 2 defenders out near Siza. Again, Baker trying to get free. Instead, Kindred will shoot the 3. Right side. Rolls around the iron. Hops off and into the hands of Rushlow. Ebers off to a good start with 7. Ankle socks tonight for Colton with the low-cut Jordans. Greeley dribbles to the right block. High off the iron, it wouldn't go. Creighton Siza grabs the miss. Here comes Siza. He'll look to push. Siza. Greeley grabbed it, threw it behind his back, bounced it off Kindred's face, but Greeley must have stepped along the baseline or the sideline across the gym. And they'll keep the ball with the Lions. Kirk Sanders comes on. Braden Palmer goes to the bench. Alliance will get smaller with that move. Of course, Colin Schroyer's also in the game, a 6'4 senior. Sanders. Kindred cuts. Dribbles towards the baseline. And Kindred walked with the basketball. And Kindred is limping. Caden Kindred limping off the floor right now. Tapped the top of his head to tell Coach Baker he needed a substitute. And Connor Ferreter comes back into the game for Alliance. 61 seconds to play in the first quarter. Caleb Gonzalez on. Ebers and Longoria off. Riley Goodrow's on for the first time tonight for Gering. 6-point lead for Alliance. Max Greeley, the freshman guard, gets the play call from Kyle Cotton as he brings the ball up the floor. Right side with it, Jack Franklin. Baker gambled on the steal. Gonzalez has it for Gering. Rush low. Now Greeley. Greeley to Riley Goodrow. Dangerous bounce pass to the top of the key. Almost turned into a live ball turnover. Open look out of the corner. A three's up. Left it short, did Gonzalez. Rebound, batted out. Gonzalez has it. Goodrow left the layup a little shy from the right block. Rebounded by Schroyer. Schroyer to Baker. Baker. Multiple defenders going to try and run it. Joel Baker, 20 seconds to play. And Alliance wants the final shot of the opening stanza. Joel Baker going to dribble it with the left. Gets it back. Gonzalez defends. Siza with 10 on the clock. Now Sanders in the left corner. Kirk Sanders. Connor Ferreter. Creighton Siza off a screen. Deep triple right wing. And Creighton Siza hits one as the buzzer sounds. Opening 8 minutes in the book. Tempo up and down the floor after one. Alliance doubling up Gering 18-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads.
Second quarter action just underway here at Scottsbluff High School. Scottsbluff awaits the winner of this matchup between Gering and Alliance. Start of the second, 18-9 Alliance in the lead. Caleb Gonzalez, now Bryce Sherrill's on for the first time tonight here to start the second quarter. Max Greeley got it up off the square, couldn't score it, but Greeley got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul goes against Connor Ferreter. That'll be Ferreter's second. Second team foul on Alliance. Greeley at the stripe. Too strong on the first. 21 seconds into this second quarter, a 9-point lead for Alliance. Scottsbluff scored 34 points in the first quarter earlier tonight in their 50-point win over Sydney. 1-2 for Greeley. Ferreter catches left wing. Blows right by Riley Goodrow, but there to clean up with the help defensively. A block shot near the rim for Bryce Sherrill, making his presence felt on the defensive end immediately. And then Gering threw it away, and now Caleb Gonzalez with a reach-around foul. Fourth team foul. First on Gonzalez. Ebers, Goodrow, Sherrill, Pazanka, and Greeley. Dupre So Gehring going to go 2-3 zone with Baker not on the floor. Kason Clark, short corner jump shot, piece of cake that time for the 6'5 junior. Clark has 4. Ebers drives to the bucket. Layup too strong off the glass. Siza has it. Runs it across into the front court. Left side Dubray. Back to Siza. Hit that buzzer-beating triple in the first quarter. Siza 2-3 zone from Gehring. They get it middle. Siza back out to Dubray. Dubray being defended by Greeley to Ferreter in the corner. Kason Clark. Skip pass to Creighton Siza. Now along the baseline, Palmer. Great ball movement for Alliance. It results in a made 3 ball from Trevor Dubray. Beautiful offensive possession for Alliance. They go back up now by 13. Their biggest lead of the ball game, 23-10. Bryce Sherrill did not play in the first quarter. Fired a pass to Colton Ebers. Ebers couldn't reach it. Out of bounds, a turnover. 4th of the game for Gehring. Goodrow's out. Sam Rushlow will check back in. Little less than 2 minutes played here in the second. Dubray into the front court. Baker on the bench. Gehring in the 2-3. Ferreter picks up his dribble. Now Siza. Siza bounces it. Gets it right back from Palmer. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Palmer is an animal on the glass. Spins, goes up strong. Can't score. 3 on the way for Brett Pazanka. Brett Pazanka has 5 points tonight. Leads at 10, 23-13. Ferreter off a screen from Palmer. Palmer rolling to the bucket. Couldn't haul in the pass. Fourth turnover of the game committed by Alliance. 5:20 to play. First half action. Rushlow for Gehring. Bounce pass to Ebers. Ebers goes up strong. Shot short. He outworks his teammate Max Greeley for the loose ball. Joel Baker back on the floor. We'll see if Gehring goes to the box and one. Looks like man this time down. Palmer, low block left. Goes baseline on the spin. Shot wouldn't go. O-board, Kason Clark. Count it, the foul. Clark has 6 here in the first half. 4:49 to play. Second quarter action. 25-13. Kindred to check in again for Alliance. Jack Franklin back on the floor for Gehring. Winner plays back here tomorrow night against Scottsbluff starting at 6. Kason Clark at the stripe converts the old-fashioned three-point play. Clark has 5 of the 8 in the quarter for Alliance. They lead by 13, 26-13 the score. 4:38 to play. Pazanka goes to the crossover dribble. Bryce Sherrill's going to shoot one from long range. Offensive rebound off the missed 3, grabbed by Franklin. Ebers baseline, finds Rushlow, and Rushlow finishes at the rim. Sam Rushlow's first basket. Kindred. Baker got a clean look, couldn't knock it down from behind the arc. Rebounded by Pazanka. Leads 11. Outlet pass to Franklin. He'll shoot the triple off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, Bryce Sherrill. Sherrill lost it, kicked it out of bounds. It'll go back to Alliance. 5th turnover for Gehring. Kyle Cotton in his first year. Gehring 9-15. Michael Baker, second stint as head coach for Alliance. They're 18-5. Trying to get back to the state tournament for a 3rd time in 4 years. Palmer will swing it to the right side. Dubray back up top, Baker. He's got Pazanka all over him. Joel to Dubray. Kason Clark. Down low, Palmer. Goes to the jump hook from point-blank range with the right hand, and Palmer has his second basket. Up and down the tempo. Fast-paced ball game, 28-15. Alliance leads by 13. That equals their biggest of the night. A push away from the basketball, foul called on Caden Kindred. Zach Wilson and Turner Ray will check in. First appearance tonight for Wilson. Ebers and Rushlow to the bench. Colton Ebers giving great effort here in the first half. Pazanka will inbound. Lob it in out high to Franklin. Brett runs to the left side. Now near the corner, Wilson. He'll put it on the deck. Zach Wilson gets rid of it to Franklin, who scores right around the rim near the left block area. Wilson the assist, the bucket for Franklin, his first 2 points tonight. 11-point lead. Final 3 minutes could be huge for Gering. Stay in it, or for Alliance, try and forge out to an even bigger lead than the 11 they're at right now. Dubray. Box and one. Again, the defense. Baker's just going to shoot over it. Can't knock it down. No block out down low. Another O-board. Palmer, 2 more on the putback. 30-17, the lead at 13, 2:40 to go in the half. Sherrill to Franklin. Pazanka left wing. Now in the corner, Ray. Who's going to get to the loose basketball? A turnover for Gering. A left-hand finish on the one-on-none run-out for Joel Baker. He's into double figures now with 10. Biggest lead of the night at 15. Block shot. No. Well, he blocked a shot, but got some body as well. Palmer doesn't like the call. It's a foul on Braden Palmer. Bryce Sherrill will shoot 2 shots at the line. First foul on Palmer. 4th team foul on Alliance. 2:20 to play, second quarter. Sherrill has his first point of the ball game. Did not play in the first quarter. Was on the floor to start the second quarter. 2:20 to play. First half action. Sherrill gets both. Bryce comes in averaging 14.5 points a year per game. Into the front court, Baker. Pazanka defending against Baker. Now Dubray. Down low, Palmer. Too easy against Turner Ray on that one. Braden Palmer has 6 in the quarter. He's now got 8. He averages 9. Sam Rushlow will check back in. Another big body needed for the Bulldogs. Dribble penetration. Zach Wilson, player control foul. Will go on Wilson. Got the shot to go, but will not count. The foul on Zach Wilson. 34-19. All Alliance right now, late here in the first half. Baker will trigger the offense. Kaysen Clark has it. They run Dubray off a screen. Bryce Sherrill attacks the rim after a steal. He got fouled by Dubray. That was the 5th Alliance turnover. Foul on Trevor Dubray. And Sherrill back to the line, 2 for 2 on the night. 66% shooter at the stripe this year. .144 to go. Schroyer back into the game. 14-point lead for Alliance. Sherrill can cut it to 13 with another make. Short, rebounded by Kaysen Clark. Gets it into the hands of Dubray quickly. Alliance likes to run. They move it into the front court in a hurry. Clark gets it back. Schroyer to Joel Baker. Baker, multiple defenders near him. Now Dubray has the basketball. 90 seconds to play. They bounce it to Schroyer. Wide open underneath Palmer. Got hammered by Wilson. Franklin was there defensively, and I think the foul's going to go on Zach Wilson. Two fouls in a hurry on Wilson after coming into the game. And Palmer at the line. This is not his strong suit. 35% on the year. Short and right on the first. 14-point lead. Palmer second. Too strong, rebounded by Wilson. Zach will give it to Sherrill. Sherrill will stop and pop the triple and bury it. Bryce Sherrill for 3. He has 6 here in the quarter. Kason Clark had it stripped away by Rushlow. Now into the hands of Pazanka. 11-point lead. Alliance in the home whites here as the higher seed tonight. A win, they'll play Scottsbluff tomorrow night. Pazanka pull-up jumper near the right elbow. Brett Pazanka's third basket tonight. He has 7 points. 9-point lead, under 50 seconds to play in the half. Palmer back to Kason Clark. A rain-making 3, a little bit strong, but there's that offensive rebound again. Palmer goes to the rim. No. Offensive board. Palmer got fouled by Wilson. That'll be the third foul on Zach Wilson. 37 seconds to play in the half. Lead's now at 9. 16's been the biggest lead so far. Palmer now 1 for 3 at the free throw stripe. Clark out. Kindred, Schroyer, Palmer, Baker, and Dubray for Alliance. Ebers, Rushlow, Franklin, Sherrill, and Brett Pazanka for Gering. Palmer got backboard before rim on the second. He's 1 for 4 at the line. Lead for Alliance is 10. Gering looks like they want to take the final shot of the first half and at worst go into the locker room down by 10. See if they can stay patient, hold on to the basketball, and get a good look. We're down to 15 seconds to play. Sherrill with the dribbling. Kindred with the defense. Bryce now has 2 defenders near him. Bryce gets it to Pazanka. He'll cock the hammer on the 3 ball. Can't get it to go. 2 seconds on the clock. Alliance will probably get a desperation heave here at best. They get it into Dubray, and he'll just hold the basketball, and Alliance will take a 10-point lead to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books here tonight at Scottsbluff. Game number 2 of the night in the boys B8 sub-district tournament. And at the break, Alliance leading Gering by 10, 35-25 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
A 10-point lead on Gering. It's 35-25. We'll get some scoring totals coming up here shortly, but first, how about a quick recap from the earlier game here at Scottsbluff High as the Bearcats dropped 34 on the board in the opening quarter against Sydney. They put the 40-point running clock on with about a minute or so gone by in the third quarter. And an easy sprint to the finish line from that point forward. 86-36, the final score in the earlier game. Dawson Moore scored 21. Chance Parker had 14, and Tyler Hari, the sophomore off the bench, chipped in 11. 11 different players scored for the Bearcats in tonight's opening game. Scottsbluff easily moves into tomorrow night's championship game for the B8 sub-district tournament. Let's take another timeout. We'll add up the scoring totals, come back with a look at the numbers right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
At Compliments for You and Your Home, we're not ready to take down Christmas decor quite yet. Stop in and pick up great Christmas decor at great prices, with all Christmas items 30% off. And remember, Compliments has ladies' fashions that appeal to all ages and sizes. Be sure to look through our clearance racks for last chance bargains. Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff. Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Halftime score at Scottsbluff High School tonight. Back end of our B8 Boys District Tournament doubleheader. It's 35-25 with Alliance leading Gering by 10. Let's look at the numbers. Let's start with the Bulldogs from Alliance High, scoring by quarter 18 and 17. I've got Alliance down for 5 turnovers. 5 kids have scored. 10 for Joel Baker leads the way, but a very balanced offensive attack so far. Braden Palmer with 9, Kason Clark has 7, and Trevor Dubray has scored 6 points. Creighton Siza came off the bench with 3, and he hit a 3-point shot at the end of the first quarter for his only field goal of the night. Alliance with 35 and a 10-point lead. Again, Baker leads with 10. For Gering, they've had 6 players score. By quarter, they go 9 and 16. I've got Gering down unofficially with 5 turnovers. 7 points apiece for Brett Pazanka and Colton Ebers. 6 points in the first half for Bryce Sherrill, all in the second half. Didn't start, didn't play in the first quarter. 2 points apiece for Jack Franklin and Sam Rushlow, and Max Gurley, the freshman guard, hit 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Again, a check on the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Right now at halftime, it's Alliance leading Gering 35-25 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hey, it's Angela from Tuxedos and Men's Formal Wear by Angela's. You know you can count on us to dress you up right for those special occasions, whether you need a business suit for the office or a formal tuxedo for the wedding. We offer several options from full ensembles to individual pieces with a customized fit. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, I'm here to offer you that one-on-one customized service on your time schedule. Now with the option to be mobile. Call me today at 308-635-0001. That's Angela's at 308-635-0001.
Halftime here at Scottsbluff High School tonight. Alliance leads Gering 35-25. Winner moves in to tomorrow night's championship game here in the sub-district final to take on top seed, and they'll be the homestanding Scottsbluff Bearcats tomorrow night. Cats routed Sydney earlier 86-36 as they put the running clock on pretty early in the second half and rolled their way to a 50-point win. And at this point, if Alliance can hold serve here in the second half as the higher seed in this game against Gering, we'll get the expected Scottsbluff Alliance showdown tomorrow night in a game that'll have a lot of personal pride on the line. Scottsbluff and Alliance both going to be locked into home games on Saturday in a district final. Currently, Scottsbluff is the number 3 team in Class B power points. Alliance entered today as the 5 seed, if you will, 5th in power points in Class B. So far tonight in this one, a 10-point lead for Alliance. Gering has played some boxing one on Joel Baker. They've had Alliance confused a little bit with some of that defensive work in the first half. but Alliance has been too much on the offensive boards. A lot of second chance points. Braden Palmer doing a bulk of that offensive rebound. Kason Clark as well. Halftime, a 10-point lead. Glad to have you on KNEB.TV and listening on KMOR 93.3. One of our great high school sports sponsors on the Rural Radio Network is Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit. They offer regularly scheduled accessible bus service serving communities in the Panhandle Monday through Friday. Reservations are required. Visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP. That's 761-8747. We'll have the second half coming up for you in just a moment. At the break, it's Alliance leading Gering by 10 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Getting ready for the start of the second half tonight on KNEB.TV and KMOR. Monument Physical Therapy, they do a great thing for you. You're your athlete. They keep them in the game. They offer their Bumps and Bruises program, one free consultation and one free follow-up for all area athletes. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering and Morrill. We get set for the third quarter. Alliance with a 10-point lead on Gering here at Scottsbluff High tonight. Cats won the opening game of the evening, beating Sidney by 50-86-36. See who starts the second half for Gering. It'll be Sherrill, Pazanka, Franklin, Ebers, and Rushlow, the five on the floor for Gering. Baker, Kindred, Clark, Palmer, and Dubray, the five for Coach Baker and Alliance. Baker into the front court. Kindred has it to Clark. They run Baker off a couple screens. Instead, Palmer catches down low. Gets physical with Rushlow. Can't knock down the shot. Box out and a rebound for Colton Ebers and Gering. Pazanka quickly to Ebers. Ebers showed the ball left. Came back to his right. Pazanka back to Colton. Back cut from Franklin. They give it to Brett Pazanka. Jack Franklin in the corner. Left side. Skip pass over to Bryce Sherrill. 3-ball. Little short, rebounded by Palmer. Baker. They step out. They'll give some help defense. A triangle and two's the look right now. 3 men in a zone. Man defense on Dubray and Baker. Kindred gets a look. Sam Rushlow not used to having to step out that far. Defense Kindred on that last possession. Rushlow picks up the foul, his second. Palmer, they've gone to him a lot down there in the post tonight. Kindred, elbow jumper right side. Caden Kindred has the first two baskets of the second half for Alliance. Rushlow now with it. Franklin. Bryce Sherrill shoots over the defender. 3-ball halfway down, came out. Franklin the offensive board. Ebers into the paint. High off the square, scored it over top of Braden Palmer. Colton Ebers has 9. Lead is 12. Kindred for his third straight basket. This one from behind the arc. He's got all 7 for Alliance in the half. His first 7 points of the ball game. Sherrill, pretty Euro step, floating towards the baseline. Got it up in the air over the defender, and Sherrill has his second basket of the game. 8 points tonight. Missed shot Alliance. Sherrill the board, brings it up himself. Evers. Now Rushlow. Turns middle. Layup. Came up short. Clark quickly to Baker. Baker had 8 in the first quarter. He's got 10 right now with 5:30 to play in the third. Kason Clark is a long, rangy dude. Wide open, Kindred. Kindred couldn't knock in the wide open three. Clark the O board. Too strong. Kindred the backside board. Caden Kindred has all 9 points for Alliance so far in the second half. They lead by 15, 44-29. Rushlow. Up top. Ebers on the drive. That is Bryce Sherrill. Sherrill into double figures now with 10. Gonzalez, Ray, and Greeley will come back in at the next dead ball. We're going to get a foul out high. Defensively called against Gering's Bryce Sherrill. First personal on Sherrill. Schroyer checks in for Alliance. Clark to the bench. Told you that trio checking in for Gering. It's Rushlow, Pazanka, and Franklin heading to the bench. Alliance plays it into the backcourt to Baker. Now Schroyer in the corner. Kindred, he's wide open. He'll shoot it again. Kindred couldn't knock it down. O-board Schroyer and a reach-in foul against Caleb Gonzalez. Alliance is hammering Gering on the offensive rebounds right now. Offensive boards, the difference in the game right now for Alliance. They lob it into Palmer. He'll give it up quickly to Dubray. The high school kids don't like the black shoes anymore. Dubray, an exception to the rule. Kindred. Now up top, Schroyer puts it on the deck. He'll dribble inside the foul line. Boy, had he made that pass on the right on target, it would have been a clean shot for Dubray. Dubray went to playmaking mode, though. Got into the paint and left it off for Palmer. Sherrill along the baseline for Gering. Throws it back outside. Out of the corner, Turner Ray knocks in a 3-ball. Third player to score in the half for Gering. Ray's got his first 3 points of the night. 12-point lead for Alliance. Joel Baker to Dubray. Dubray with 2 defenders near. Palmer, or check that, Schroyer, and coming over the backside with a foul that time. Turner Ray. Creighton Siza on as Dubray will take a seat. Trevor Dubray, one of the real gamers in the region. Joel Baker being defended by Caleb Gonzalez. Gering down by 12. Still alive if they can get some stops, find some buckets here. Creighton Siza dribbles to the top of the key, can't knock down the triple. Ebers tipped the rebound over Caleb Gonzalez. Gering can cut it to 10, maybe 9, get it to single digits with a 3-ball. Reaching in and a foul. It'll go against Caden Kindred. Second foul on Kindred. First foul on Alliance here in the half. Greeley tracks the inbounds pass down in the backcourt. Now Ebers. Dribble handoff action out high with Gonzalez to make it a single-digit deficit. Can't hit the 3-ball. Rebounded by Siza. 3:05 to play in the third. Kindred to Palmer. Back to Caden Kindred. Kindred left that one short. Rebound came off long to Gering's Turner Ray. Ray to Sherrill. Sherrill just outside the right elbow. Can't knock it down. O-board Turner Ray. And Gering is within 10. Ray has his second basket of the quarter. Pazanka and Connor Ferreter look like they'll check in at the next dead ball. Siza. Talk about long and rangy. That's Creighton Siza, 6'1 junior. Kindred's pass to the wing. He wanted Schroyer, who was cutting to the basket. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Gering ball, full timeout taken by Michael Baker and Alliance. 2:32 to play in the third quarter. Break in the action. We'll take one with them. It's a 10-point lead. Alliance leads Gering 46-36 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Leap year only comes once every 4 years, so to celebrate, Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming is offering a deal so great it won't be back for another 4 years. Replace your windows or doors during the leap year sale and save 20% plus an additional 9% through February 29th if you order on initial consultation. And remember, there's no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. Only from Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. Call 307-215-7493 and leap into this great deal.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from free milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Another great sports sponsor for us on the Rural Radio Network is Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all those quality automotive repair needs. Gering is within 10, trail 46-36. Can they finish out this third quarter strong and be right in this thing heading to the fourth? Joel Baker has the ball for Alliance. Now Ferreter. Clark. Ferreter will give it to Siza. Right back to Ferreter. Ferreter on the bounce now. Between his legs, Pazanka gives him plenty of room. Now Siza right side on the wing. Ebers defending. Creighton Siza dribbles out high to Ferreter. Ferreter, bounce pass. Kason Clark finds Joel Baker. Baker dribbles inside the three-point line. Gering playing really solid defense on this possession. They're chasing. So it's a box and one right now. Baker has not gotten a lot of shot attempts tonight and can't knock that one down. Ebers walked with it. Brady Radzimski in, replacing Caleb Gonzalez. 1:38 to play in the third. Gering trails Alliance 46-36. KNEB.TV coverage tonight and also radio on KMOR. Baker quickly into the front court for Alliance. Greeley and Radzimski near him. Ferreter, right side corner, out high with it, Siza. 1:25 to play. Siza, one dribble, finds Baker. Baker into the paint. Shot blocked by Turner Ray. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Alliance basketball. Oh, they called a foul, huh? Thought we had a clean block shot. Instead of foul called on Turner Ray. I did not see any contact. Looked like all ball from my vantage point. Baker going to knock in those foul shots. Joel Baker, an 89% free throw shooter. 1:19 to play. Trevor Dubray going to come back on late in this quarter for Alliance. Baker gets both. He's now got 12, averages 17 and a half. Joel takes a seat. Remember, Baker had back surgery in the summer leading into his senior year. Was never 100% period at all last year for Alliance. Fully healthy this time around and having a great senior campaign. Out of the corner, Ebers missed the three badly. Ball gets batted out and into the hands of Creighton Siza. Siza. They'll go box and one now against Trevor Dubray, who lit him up over at Gering. Baker on the bench. Dubray to Ferreter. Now Siza. He can be a zone buster against that box zone. See where they try to get Siza the basketball. They still look discombobulated against the box and one with Baker on the bench. Ferreter. Siza. Well, he had an open look. Instead, they'll continue to move the ball. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Clark down low. Tried to throw it back to the corner and threw it away out of bounds. Gering gets it back down by 12. Franklin and Sherrill check back in. Good substitution right here for Kyle Cotton. You get two offensive threats back onto the floor late in this third quarter, already down by 12. Need a basket here to feel good. Head to the sideline huddle between quarters here. After the next 22 seconds, a game action ticks off the clock. Pizanka brings it across the timeline. Dribble handoff to Sherrill. 14 to play in the quarter. Back to Brett Pizanka. Pizanka. Now Ray. Sherrill. 4 on the clock. Sherrill from way outside hits the big 3. Gehring gets that momentum basket they were looking for as Sherrill connects from long range.
Hey, it's Angela from Tuxedos and Men's Formal Wear by Angela's. You know you can count on us to dress you up right for those special occasions, whether you need a business suit for the office or a formal tuxedo for the wedding. We offer several options from full ensembles to individual pieces with a customized fit. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, I'm here to offer you that one-on-one customized service on your time schedule. Now with the option to be mobile. Call me today at 308-635-0001. That's Angela's at 308-635-0001.
Because, you know what I mean? That's a actual ourselves that we did not somehow mess up. Or we probably messed up the verification. They always use the but if somebody just comes into another district, they didn't we didn't they're still not doing it. And that's a little like
It'll be a 9-point lead for Alliance as we start the fourth quarter, game 2 of the night here at Scottsbluff High School. Winner plays Scottsbluff in the sub-district championship game tomorrow night. That one will tip off at 6. A few of the smaller classes had some of those play-in games on the schedule for tonight. Full slate of C and D sub-district action tomorrow around the region. Gehring down 9. They got the big bucket from Sherrill on the 3 to end the quarter. Now they have the basketball to start the fourth. Need a good possession. Sherrill was going to pass it, had it tipped, it popped up in the air and into the hands of Joel Baker. Turnover number 8 on the night unofficially from Gehring. Baker to Kindred. Kindred into the corner. Sanders back to Joel Baker. 30 seconds gone by in the fourth. Wide open underneath. Sanders shot blocked by Turner Ray. Into the hands of Sanders. Made the look and the dish to Braden Palmer. And Palmer now has 13 to lead Alliance in scoring. Lead is 11. Sherrill on the crossover dribble. Had his shot blocked by Palmer. Ray grabs the miss. Can't knock down the short corner jumper left side. Comes back. Grabs his own miss a second time for an O board. And now a foul called against Braden Palmer. Contesting the shot of Turner Ray. Second foul on Palmer and Turner Ray at the foul line. Second shot wouldn't go for Turner Ray. Palmer grabs the miss, and now with the basketball line for Baker. Joel has 6 in the quarter, now 18 in the ball game tonight. Pizanka to Goodrow. Goodrow to Bryce Sherrill. Sherrill attacks the rim. Whistle and a foul goes against Caden Kindred. Longoria, Radzimski, and Wilson will come back in for the Bulldogs from Gehring. 61-45 our score. Sherrill hits the first. Bryce did not see 1 second of court action in the first quarter, and he's now got his 14th point. Pizanka and Ebers out. Down to 1:47 to play tonight. And Bryce Sherrill hits both at the line, 61-47. Creighton Siza back on now for Alliance. Connor Ferreter to the bench. So a bunch of substitutions. Let's reset it for you. Wilson, Goodrow, Radzimski, and Franklin, along with Longoria for Gehring. Siza, Dubray, Baker, Schroyer, and Kindred, the 5 for Coach Baker and Alliance. Plenty of OD substitutions now. We'll get Sherrill, Ebers, and Brett Pazanka coming back in. It'll be Creighton Siza at the line to shoot a pair. Double bonus time the rest of the way. And Creighton Siza Alliance 8 of 9 at the line in the fourth. Siza tries to make it 9 of 10. Ferreter replaces Siza. Creighton Siza scored 5 points off the bench tonight. Caden Kindred didn't start. He scored 9 off the bench. Brett Pazanka, pull-up jumper. 10 to 12 footer wouldn't go. Ball comes off, still loose, grabbed by Dubray. Dubray gets it to Kindred. Kindred to Baker. Baker dribbles by a pair of defenders. Dubray gives it right back to Joel. 1:19 to play in the game. Alliance going to move into tomorrow night's Sub-District Championship game against Scottsbluff. 70 seconds on the clock and a 16-point lead. Gehring has yet to foul on this defensive possession. And Baker with the wizardry on the ball handling. Little summer gym time right there on the dribble exhibition from Baker. Coach Baker fired up. And we get a whistle. Boy, Michael Baker does not usually get that animated, so something, I don't know, maybe just a non-foul call at some point in there. Timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. 63-47, 16-point lead for Alliance on the West Coast scoreboard.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Out of the timeout. Gehring going to look to foul immediately here. Alliance leads by 16. They can't catch him right now on the perimeter. They finally get to Kindred, and with 40.7 on the clock, Kindred will head to the line to shoot 2. 40.7 to play. Kindred at the stripe on the season, a 70% foul shooter. Kindred too strong. One to two for Kindred. Good feed to the corner. Pazanka. Ebers can't score it from deep. Rebounded by Ferreter. Connor Ferreter stolen away by Caleb Gonzalez. Ebers underneath. Joel Baker will give him the basket. Gehring will take a timeout. full timeout, 24.7 to play. A step away again. Under 30 seconds to go. Alliance leads by 15 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition. Convenient stores in your neighborhood. Friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Chris Cottrell back with you tonight. TV and radio combo for the start of this B8 Sub-District Tournament. Scottsbluff won by 50 against Sydney. 23 seconds to go, and it's Alliance with a 15-point lead here against GERING. We'll get the showdown everybody wanted to see tomorrow night. A third matchup this year between Scottsbluff and Alliance right back here at Scottsbluff High School. Tip-off will be at 6 o'clock. We'll have TV and radio starting at 5:45. Tip-off again tomorrow night, slated for 6. We expect a big crowd on hand for this Sub-District Championship game. Caden Kindred at the stripe. Substitutions for both teams. .6 to go on the clock. Kindred hits both. Alliance 12 of 14 at the foul line here in the fourth quarter. 10 seconds to play. Bryce Sherrill's going to get one more shot up. No, he'll feed to Pazanka. Brett's three. Short, rebounded by Kirk Sanders. And Sherrill gets one final basket as the buzzer sounds. Final score tonight, Alliance wins it going away in the fourth quarter, 66-51 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's because it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Lee's Heads.
This is Karen's land. It's been here a long time, and so is she, along with Mojo. The first fence post went up here. Now there's 5,000 of them. After the storm, she started the cleanup here. This is more than just land, it's home. Karen runs with us on a John Deere 3E Series tractor, because who says a day's work has to take all day? Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 3E Series for more.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Out of the way, if that's all right.
Time for some quick post-game thoughts right now from GERING first-year head coach Kyle Cotton. Coach, tough one tonight, final 66-51. You got it as close as 8 points there in that fourth quarter. I got Alliance's 12 of 14 at the foul line. That makes it tough when you're trying to come back. Some overall thoughts on the ball game.
I thought we came out with the right intensity, the right aggression. They made, 4 threes the first quarter. I mean, a couple of them, they were, in our face, and we were in their face, and, they played really well. I thought they had a good game plan against us. I thought we played pretty well. We made a few mistakes, and they made us pay for it.
You, even with their early threes, some of your box and one, triangle and two stuff, still threw them for a loop the second time this year after seeing it. So you really did a nice job with some of that game planning stuff.
Well, we wanted to come in prepared. I thought we were. They were going to have to play well to beat us, and that was our thing. Other guys were going to have to step up and beat us, and they did. We couldn't keep them off the glass there in the first half, and then I thought we did a better job in the second half. But then they spread the floor, made us guard them all over the place, and they hit some timely shots. And we went through a long spell there in the fourth quarter where we just couldn't quite match them.
Those offensive rebounds that lead to second shots, and sometimes those extra possessions that go for points, those are just backbreakers, aren't they?
Yeah, that was killing us in the beginning, but I'm really proud of these guys. They fought, and that was our thing. Make them beat us, don't lose. If you play well and you do as the best you can, then you get beat. And I thought they beat us. I thought they played well enough to win. It's disappointing, but we can't hang our heads. We played the right way, and we fought and fought and fought.
The end of the season is always tough. You see kids hugging parents and grandparents and shaking each other's hands. So it always ends with a loss for most teams. It happens here tonight for you. So how do you start to? I know you're not thinking about the off season too much, but year one in the books. How do you get this Gering program where you want it to be long term?
Well, I think we're on the right track. I got to thank these seniors and their families for, letting me come in and, kind of try to change the way we do things, and they've all bought in. I'm really excited about where we're headed. We got a lot of guys, coming up that we think can play. Look at Sam Rushlow tonight and Max Greeley, two young guys, played significant minutes, and I thought they both played really well. We got other guys coming up. We're excited. We're going to try to do this thing the right way. Be a team, that everyone respects, and eventually we want to be, looked at like Scottsbluff. We want to be the power around here.
Coach, I appreciate all the help throughout the season. I know it gets to be a little bit of a grind answering the text messages or answering the phone when I call for pregame conversations. So appreciate for your efforts this year and enjoyed working with you, of course. And best of luck throughout the offseason. Already looking forward to next year, all right?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for getting us out there, and we're just excited about the future. Go Bulldogs.
There you go. Kyle Cotton with postgame coaches' comments. We'll have more on the postgame show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Never easy. This is Karen's land. It's been here a long time, and so is she, along with Mojo. The first fence post went up here. Now there's 5,000 of them. After the storm, she started the cleanup here. This is more than just land, it's home. Karen runs with us on a John Deere 3E Series tractor, because who says a day's work has to take all day? Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 3E Series for more.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Final score here tonight, 66-51. Alliance to the winner's circle. They'll play tomorrow night against Scottsbluff in the B8 Sub-District Championship game right back here at Scottsbluff High School with tip-off at 6. Let's take a look at the numbers right now. Scoring by quarter for Alliance, 18, 17, 13, and 18. A consistent effort all night long. 18 points from Joel Baker led the way. Braden Palmer had 16. Caden Kindred scored all 12 of his in the second half. Kason Clark with 9, 6 for Dubray, and 5 for Creighton Siza off the bench. What about the Gering side of the ledger? 1 in double figures. Bryce Sherrill had 17. Colton Ebers played really hard tonight and finished with 9. Brett Pazenka with 7. 6 for Turner Ray. 5 points for Jack Franklin. 3 for Max Greeley, and 2 for Sam Rushlow. That's a look at the numbers here following a 66-51 win for Alliance over Gering. We'll step away, come back with more on the post-game show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Back on the Runs of Postgame Show. Final score 66-51. Alliance moves in to tomorrow night's Sub-District Championship game to take on Scottsbluff. Let's get to a player of the game. And Bryce Sherrill led Gering in scoring with 17, but I really like the effort and intensity from start to finish tonight from senior Colton Ebers, playing his final high school basketball game with that blue Gering Bulldog jersey on. So we're going to side with Colton Ebers tonight as your Taco John's player of the game. Really came out and showed great intensity and effort in the first half for sure. So didn't lead the team in scoring, but when you get that type of effort from Ebers, it's very noticeable. Colton Ebers, your Taco John's player of the game tonight for the Bulldogs in a loss. Make Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. We'll come back and set the table for tomorrow night's matchup right after this on the Runs of Postgame Show.
Why do we work all hours of the night? Head towards challenges instead of turning away, and work together to solve the toughest problems so you can enjoy the little things and all the big moments life has to offer. Tri-State and our family of electric cooperatives. Brighter, stronger, better together.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Well, we'll get the matchup everyone was expecting for tomorrow night, with Scottsbluff set to take on Alliance in the boys B8 Sub-District Championship game. Earlier this evening, it was the Bearcats all over Sydney by the final of 86-36. Had the 40-point running clock early in the third quarter. You just heard Alliance wrap up a 66-51 win against rival Gering. So we settle in for tomorrow night, a 6 o'clock tip-off. Gym should be rocking, should be a great wild atmosphere here for Scottsbluff and Alliance, getting after it for the third time this season. We'll have TV coverage and radio tomorrow night, all getting underway at 5:45. Tip-off again set for 6. Matt on the controls, producing on the TV side tonight. Camera operator was Ani. Of course, back at the station, we had Chad getting me on and off the air, everything else in between. We'll have the crews out ready to go tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Scottsbluff and Alliance. Personal pride definitely on the line, because both these teams will be playing on Saturday at home in a district championship game. That'll do it from here at Scottsbluff High School tonight. Scottsbluff and Alliance, the winners. We'll talk to you tomorrow night starting at 5:45. Have a good rest of your Monday evening, everybody. So long and good night.
What a 3-year factory bumper-to-bumper warranty would mean for you on that side-by-side you're using every day.
Winter storms can be very dangerous this time of year. If heavy snow and ice bring down power lines, stay clear of them and warn others to do the same. A downed power line doesn't have to be arcing, sparking, or smoking to be live and deadly. Also call the authorities and your local utility provider immediately. If you do lose power, stay inside, dress warmly, and keep a close eye out for infants and the elderly. So make sure to take extra precautions this winter season. Brought to you by Roosevelt Public Power District, your touchstone energy provider, the power of human connections.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout